Are they just technology companies, or do you have a little bit of a wider net?
A little bit of a wider net. A lot of tech companies we work with, but we also do a lot of consumer driven type of industries. For example, I mean, we're seeing a much more influx of people launching their own enterprise, providing services, providing products. So it's for that consumer oriented services. It's a little bit of garden variety, but the emphasis there is that a lot of it is really driven by service to others.
No, I love that. So, in the advision or advisory services which you are giving to these firms, how are you advising them today with protecting themselves given the advancements in artificial intelligence? You talked about intellectual property, that also falls into copyright. How are you giving them guidance around that now that we've seen such a crazy growth around its adoption, but also the amount of content these things are generating?
I think we stay abreast of the changes as they come and advise them to look proactively. And what we're seeing as far as the trends are that, first it was a touch and go in terms of what is protectable when there is non human that is creating that, whether it's a code, whether it's anything else. Now we're seeing a little bit more looser criteria for patents, and we're being told that if it meets the standard where it's non-obvious, it's useful, and I can't think of the third criteria right now,
It's okay.
but
Yeah.
then it is patentable, even though before it was kind of iffy that it could be. I think our guidance has always been whatever they're working on to make sure what we know for a fact, what we can count on is that if there is human involvement and it meets the criteria, whether it's a patent or a trademark of some sort, then generally it'll be protectable. So I think the guidance has been to ensure that there is some human involvement, regardless of what it is that is happening, so that they can ensure that what they're working on is
So as these things scale up and become more advanced, what happens when it becomes indistinguishable between something created by human and something created by the artificial intelligence itself? Do you think that is sort of a front-running risk for the firms that you are advising? I know in our case, that's definitely something we deal with every day around data. So I'm curious what you have to say about that.
it is a risk. And here's the thought there: if you can't beat them, maybe you should join them.